So we just arrived at Stansted Airport. It's currently about 2:10 in the morning. All the best adventures seem to start at stupid o'clock, and today I'm travelling with Alana. Please hit subscribe button and follow us on social media. We are hiding jewellery wherever we travel and wherever we vlog. Oh God. Game on. So we're now in the departure lounge, except it's not open. It's something like 2:50 in the morning, and people are just sort of all over the floor, just sitting waiting in this sort of communal area, because everything is closed up. There's even a coffee shop with lights on, but it's still closed. So it looks like we're in a waiting game, despite the fact they wanted to sit 3 hours in front of the flight, which is roughly about that now. So at least we're through security, and that's done. Venice is considered as probably one of the most romantic cities in the world, a jewel in Italy's crown, and it doesn't disappoint. So see what we managed to see in just 12 hours in this beautiful city of canals, the floating city, and arguably one of Italy's most picturesque cities. Venice is situated on 118 small islands linked by over 400 bridges, and there are 26 miles of waterways, all in a city 1/3 the size of London. After the fall of the Roman Empire in the west, the Lombard hordes, whose incursions into northern Italy began in 568 AD, drove great numbers of mainlanders onto the islands of the lagoon, previously the homes of itinerant fishermen and salt workers. Arriving in Venice, you have several modes of transport available: the train, the bus, but like us, a majority of people travel by water. There is an option for a private water taxi, however we use the water bus, the Alla Laguna, costing €27 for a return ticket. This is the yellow boat which you can see at the moment. We had to wear masks on board, as it is still mandatory to wear face masks due to COVID on all public transport in Italy.
What do you prefer?
Thank you. This is the St Marco Square, undoubtedly the most visited site in the whole of Venice, and yearly plays host to the spectacular Carnival of Venice. This is the main square and the centre of Venice, built between the 9th and 12th century AD, in front of the gold Basilica St Marco. There is a famous statue known as the Four Tetrarchs, which is missing a limb and stands proudly at the basilica. You can't see this at the moment due to the scaffolding. The Venetians stole it from Constantinople during the Crusade. It is made from porphyria, a rare rock with a purple to red hue. It represents a political era in Roman history dating to around 300 AD and showing 4 emperors of Rome, the brief tetrarchy. A tetrarchy refers to the establishment of a Roman emperor, Diocletian, of the 4-part division in the empire. He understood that the huge Roman Empire could, and often was, taken over by any general that chose to assassinate the emperor. As we leave San Marco Square, we walk along the side of the Doge's Palace, also known as the Palazzo Ducale. It is one of the most famous buildings in Venice and is situated on the Grand Plaza de San Marco. The palace was the home of the Doge, the ruler of Venice, and was the seat of the power of the Venetian Republic for more than 1,000 years. This is the Bridge of Sighs. It connects the Doge's palace to the prison. It is known as the Bridge of Sighs because it is said that as prisoners crossed the bridge to the prison, often incarcerated for life, they would sigh, witnessing the beauty of Venice for the last time. It is considered the most beautiful bridge after the Rialto. It was built in the 1500s specifically to connect the palace to the prison. Venice is famous for its flamboyant carnival, which takes place each year in the lead up to Lent, ending with Mardi Gras, or Fat Tuesday, commonly known in the UK as Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day. Throughout the year you can see these masks for sale everywhere you turn. I doubt very many people leave without one or two in their luggage, but I have done a separate vlog all about the beautiful pieces of art and their history.
Would you like one of those? And this is every bit as delicious as I thought it was going to be.
The gondola is a traditional flat-bottomed rowing boat, well suited to the conditions of the Venetian lagoon. It is typically propelled by a gondolier who uses a rowing oar in a sculling manner. This oar is not fastened to the hull. Each gondola has its own unique designs. Gondolas do not have rudders because originally they had to go over sandbars and the rudder would have slowed them down or got stuck. On approaching a bridge, gondoliers shout "Oi oi" to ensure passage. But the burning question is, do gondoliers sing? Well, actually some do, but we didn't hear any. It costs around €80 for a 30-minute gondola ride, and if you want them to sing, this obviously costs more. So this is the famous Rialto Bridge, abundant in shops and boutiques. The Rialto Bridge is the oldest bridge in Venice and by far the most well known. Until the 19th century, it was the only way to cross the Grand Canal. With its 8-metre high arch, it was designed to allow for the passage of galleys. When Venice was a maritime power, it traded throughout much of the modern world. Cargo ships coming from all over the Mediterranean stopped here to deliver and sell their wares. Traders gathered here to sell silks and spices and textiles and metals.
You go for wonder? Same with the UK. France. That's Scotland. Ireland. France. Look at that. So this is package number 1. Draw. Hope somebody's lucky enough to find this.
Whilst researching Venice for this trip, I came across a piece of art with a meaning. I didn't think it would still be there as it had gone on show in Venice in May 2019, and I had read that it had moved to go on tour around the world. I had decided that the message that this piece of art portrayed was still very meaningful to me, and I hope for you too. So it was always going to feature in this vlog, but I was overjoyed to see it, and I'm really pleased to be able to bring it to you. In a world of conflict and barriers, there is maybe nothing quite like the message portrayed by Italian-born artist Lorenzo Quinn in his sculpture Building Bridges, promoting a world of togetherness and bridging of cultures. In May 2019, Quinn constructed a masterpiece, Building Bridges. Each hand has a meaningful title: Wisdom, Hope, Help, Faith, Friendship, but above all else, it is about love. He believed that the inability to speak another person's language itself is a barrier, and noted that we use hand gestures to communicate when we can't be understood verbally. Building Bridges is just that, a set of gestures that bridge the gap, so that this art piece is a set of hand gestures bringing unity to every language and to whatever language you speak. Quinn wants this sculpture to inspire us to breed acts of kindness and positivity. He describes Venice, the city of bridges, as a melting pot and the forerunner for bridging the gap in cultures, and therefore was the only place he felt it would reach out to everyone. Okay, so we've been through passport control, we've been duty free shopping, we have used the facilities here, and we are just waiting for our gate number, which isn't up yet, but parcel number 2 has been successfully deployed once we're through passport control and departures. Game on. So a little bit later than scheduled, I think only about 20 minutes though. So we are boarding. We've just been through the boarding gate and we're just walking along really large gangplanks, or walkway or whatever you call them. So time to board the aircraft and go back to Blighty.